expecting today, Miss Miranda Morrow Bartell. Good morning.
Good morning to you too, Stephanie. I'm so glad to be here, and thank you so much once again for the invitation to be here and have a great conversation with you today.
Yes, I am so here for it. We have a lot to talk about in really a short amount of time. It seems like a long time, but it really isn't. So Detroit, I want to get right into it. I feel like this woman is really one of the baddest women in real estate today, here in our city representing Detroit. And we're going to talk about how she got there and how you guys can get there as well, or pursue whatever goal it is, whether it's home ownership, investment, real estate, whatever it is. So be prepared to be inspired. So, Miranda, let's talk about how long have you been in real estate here in the city of Detroit?
In the city of Detroit, I've actually been into real estate, I would say, probably about 15 and a half years as a real estate agent / associate broker over at National Realty Centers, and then a couple other offices as well. But, before I actually got into real estate, I was actually into investing. Okay, in the city of Detroit. Okay. And taking the Rich Dad, Poor Dad courses to be a certified investor, and into the industry. And really, that really helped me to understand real estate before I got my real estate license. And then as I got my real estate license, I was able to understand how to work with investors, because you have to have an investor's mindset to be able to work with investors because of the things that they require and the things that they need for you to do as an agent.
But what inspired you to even go into real estate? And I say that because you work for, one of the big three for over a decade. Yes. And most people would have ended with that or continued on with that. You didn't even have your real estate license, as you said, prior to investing. So how did you even get the bug, the motivation to even want to pursue that while working for the big three?
Well, I will say this: freedom.
Freedom.
Yes. When you look back and, working at the big three, it's almost like working on a plantation. Okay. You don't see any light coming through, no clocks around except in the cafeteria.
No clocks.
You need a cell phone or a watch on yourself. So, it was almost kind of like, here, you do this job and it's like you're a robot. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to do the same thing every day, I
understand.
And I enjoy helping people. So when I saw that, my passion is helping people.
Okay.
And seeing that I did a great job in assisting people. First off, I wanted to be a doctor.
Really?
Yes.
That's the need to help people.
Ford Motor Company would not allow me to finish up those courses to be that doctor, okay? So, of course, I had to take a flip and switch it over. And, I was enjoying real estate as an investor. And so I said, you know what? Maybe I get my real estate license. I said, I enjoy helping people. I like to talk,
What was the first property that you purchased as an investor?
The first property I purchased as an investor was in the 48221 zip code area. I focused on that area because I saw that in that area is not just a area that I could that needed to rent out. It was something I could flip if I wanted to. Okay. And so that was my area of concentration, making sure I bought those homes and made them beautiful again. And when I took the buyout at Ford Motor Company, of course, I was able to make those purchases. And turn around and, keep on continue to invest and buy and flip, buy and hold on some because, of course, the market crashed on us even more. It was a struggle for us to get out of that 2008 crash that we were in. We were in that for at least almost a decade, So coming out of it, you're still looking back and saying, you know what, I was able to do that because of the grounds that I was standing on and able to, the foundation. You got to think about the foundation of it all. And it all starts somewhere. Like you say, started off at Ford Motor Company, investing while I was at Ford Motor Company, got my real estate license while I was at Ford Motor Company.
So you got the real estate license before
I
took
left
the buyout?
Yes.
Oh,
I was practicing real estate 2 years before, part-time. And, I have nothing against part-time agents, but you know what? Really, you need to be full-time if you're going to be in real estate.
If you're going to be dedicated
Exactly.
to it.
You have to be full-time because dedication is to your clients.
And when did you become the business owner? When did you create your business?
Well, I've had several businesses.
Okay.
Me and my husband, we had several businesses. So, I created my personal business that I currently have now, Four Seasons Development. I created that 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I created Four Seasons Development because of the realm of real estate that I practice in. I practice in residential, commercial, and development.
Wow.
Assist with a whole lot of different pieces of real estate, especially with my family, the Bartell family, and then I have some other clients that I participate and work with as well in development. But I mainly focus on a lot of residential and commercial deals. That's what my whole focus and goal is. And I do have a couple other realtors that work with me. And, whenever I have investors that needs to look at properties, my other, partners, what they would do, they would help and assist with those investors.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, also, I want to talk about the how you love helping people and that warmth feeling that you get that you were telling me about with first-time home buyers.
Oh, my God. First-time home buyers.
That.
It's just such a joy. When I say it's such a joy to see first-time home buyers. And, by the time you're finished working with me, I'll be to educated you so much to where you know exactly what you did when you made that purchase. Because sometimes you could buy something and you don't know what you did. You don't know how the transaction even went. But when I walk you step by step through the transaction, making sure that you understand what it is that you're purchasing, what it is that you're signing, and what it is that you're doing on a continuous basis, step by step. So it's a whole lot of information to take in all at once. You know that, right, Stephanie?
Yep.
There's so much information taken at once to where you get overwhelmed. So I always tell my clients, no question is a dumb question.
Okay.
It's because you need to know.
Right.
That's
if you've
that
never
question.
purchased a home before, how would you know?
Yes, how would you know? So my first-time home buyers, I've had some even this year, and it's such a joy to see, especially young girls or women who want to buy their first home, who may have a struggle of, having so many kids or whatever, don't think they could do it or whatever, And it's about encouraging one another, you know what I'm saying? And even if they don't come with encouragement, and as they're speaking with you, you still continue to push out encouragement because that's what we need as people. We need to stay encouraged to know that we can be a homeowner because once again, that creates wealth and legacy within our family.
Wealth. Yep. And so you help prepare them too because it's obviously a mindset.
Exactly. It's obviously a mindset. And, sometimes negativity comes and I don't take on negativity well. Okay. I push back with some positivity. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some positivity real fast and you're going to change that whole circle. And then you're going to tell me at the end, I couldn't believe that we did this. Yes, we did it because the thing is that once again, that you got to keep your eyes straight on the arrow and go forward. You can't go backwards. Keep your eyes out the rearview mirror. Ain't nothing back there. You going forward now. So, but I've helped out some great young women and some, first-time homebuyer men as well, and families.
Yeah.
It's an awesome thing or whatever to see that.
Yep. And that's a good way to segue right into the leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, she is such a leader. She is such a queen. And I wish you could see her right now. I just love her hair. Oh, my God. She's so pretty. But, you've had so many leadership roles in helping people and on a large level. So let's talk about how you stepped into some of these leadership positions from being a business owner, from being the chair of NARAB, National Association of Realtors and Brokers, past president of 𝙤𝙉, which is Greater Detroit Realtors Association, staying with the Land Bank. How did you step into all of these leadership positions?
Well, once again, when the doors open for you, you can't always say no. Okay. You have to believe in yourself and take charge. And, started off with Greater Detroit Realtors Association. When I got my license, I say for the first 2 years I wasn't in the organization, but thereafter I've been in the organization since.
What made you sign up? Let's go there because I think it's one of the greatest organizations.
What made me sign up? I found out it was an African American Trade Association that had the ability to increase my net worth. Okay.
Say that again for all the realtors who have not become realtors.
To increase my net worth, because the things that the Greater Detroit Realtors Association and NARAB, which is the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, who has given me the opportunity to advance my real estate skill sets into development, commercial, property management, NID, anything that I want to do.
So that was after your Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
My income surpasses just being a real estate agent because I have these other opportunities in front of my face in NARAB. These are opportunities nobody else has ever given me. GMAR don't give that to me. NACBAR don't give that to me. These are the boards that I have to be a part of in order to hold my real estate license. But they don't give that to me. But NARAB, the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, if any real estate agent is on this line right now listening, you need to be joining Greater Detroit Realtors Association and go on to NARAB website and Greater Detroit Realtors Association website, which is www.greaterdetroitrealtors.com. Go on those websites and join the organization on the local level and be a part of the nationals. I'm the past president of the Greater Detroit Realtors Association. I am the past health and wellness chair for the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I am the current Realtors Week of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I am an elite woman. Okay. And
Talk about it.
And I am a board chair for Detroit Land Bank Authority.
Wow, awesome.
So those are the positions that I've taken on, but all those doors open up when you start off somewhere. And you have to start off somewhere so that way anyone can see your skill sets and believe in what it is that you're doing and the positivity that you're giving into the community and giving that community support.
Yes,
it's all about giving back
and giving back. So yes, that's a great point. You can't move forward without giving back.
That's right.
So I guess that again goes back to your testament of how you're so passionate about helping, these first-time home buyers out here. So what about the educational piece? So you said that you went through the Rich Dad, Poor Dad courses. That was before you became a realtist?
Before I became a realtist.
Okay.
This is when I worked
at
Ford Motor Company.
You were seeking the knowledge. So you have to be hungry.
I wanted to invest into real estate. So the first thing I did, I started taking some Rich Dad, Poor Dad courses before I left Ford Motor Company. Didn't know that, and this was before I even got my license. To remind you, I got my license 2 years before I left Ford Motor Company.
Okay.
Okay. So I would say probably 4 years before I left Ford Motor Company, I started doing some investing. And as I was doing those investings, I definitely started saying, maybe I should get my real estate license. That way I can make the commission off of my buys. I can make the commission off my buys, and I can learn a little bit more by taking the class,
That was awesome.
And so it was awesome, But I give it all to, my husband. He definitely pushed me to get my real estate license, okay? I went and took it the first time. I said, oh, my God, this is, matter of fact, I took it 4 years ago when I first started getting into the investment with Rich Dad. And I had such a bad headache from taking the class, the real estate class, right? And it was with Middleton Real Estate School, girl, with Lori, right? So I said, oh, she done gave me a headache, right? My head was hurting so bad, I had to take a migraine tablet, and that still didn't work. I thought I had to go get a shot from the doctor because for migraines or whatever the case may be. But listen, it's not as bad as it was. Okay. But I did not go to the state and take my test down 4 years ago. And then 2 years later, I said, okay, I'm ready for her again now.
And so you retook the course?
I went and took the course, retook the course, and then went and got my real estate license. And passed it on the first time.
Wow.
So it really wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Really
I just stressed myself out.
Yeah.
I just stressed myself. It really should have been my time because the market crashed as soon as I got my real estate license though.
No.
I sold one house before the market crashed. And then the following week the market crashed after I closed.
Oh my God. So how did you make it through that? Now, that's what we want to hear, because it was terrible, especially here.
Yes.
How did you push through that?
Well, the thing is that sometimes, a lot of people don't understand. You have to go and work with other people. Sometimes you have to go and work with other people who has the expertise and the knowledge and skill sets, okay? I was over at Keller Williams, okay? And I remember for sure, Lachelle Stewart. Stewart, she's a real estate agent back then as well. And she was over around in the cubicle area. That was called the $1 Million Agent cubicle area, right?
Okay.
So I'm new, on the block. And so I'm like, excuse me, anyone needs any assistance, help with helping to do anything around here, whatever, I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't mind learning for free.
Right.
Okay.
Especially you got somebody with the knowledge.
I didn't ask them
it.
exactly. That knowledge is worth more than that paycheck that you was going to give me for helping you assist you with that deal that you was doing. So short sales came into play, right?
Okay.
When short sales came into play, I didn't know how to do short sales. These these people around here in this $1 million cubicle area was doing short sales. And so guess what? I went and learned how to do short sales. Lachelle Stewart, she's a realtor as well. She's a past president of Greater Detroit Realtors Association, and she's the one who brought me into the organization.
Okay.
But Lachelle had taught me how to do, she says, okay, Mandy, that's her name she gave me. Okay, Mandy, I need you to call these banks and don't take no for an answer. I said, okay, I got you.
Say that again.
She said, don't take no for an answer. Call these banks and let them know this is what we need and this and that or whatever the case may be. So I did it. And I structured everything like that. Next thing you know, guess what? I was the short sale queen.
Wow.
I was the short sale queen. Everyone was sending me their short sales. Even other agents were sending me their short sales to be able to assist.
Okay.
I've even went over to another office to assist with their short sale department.
Wow.
Because I knew how to do them so well. But not only that, guess what? Being a realtor, who I am, with the Greater Detroit Realtors Association, NARAB, I had relationships with the lenders and Freddie Mac. Okay.
Right.
I had all the relationships with the lenders. When I went to the real estate conferences that was out of state,
you were meeting all of them.
I was meeting all of them. And if I had an issue on any one of my files, I talked to them about it and they got me approvals.
Really?
That's what being a realtor do for you.
Okay. I love it. Again, anyone out here listening who's a realtor and you're not a realtor, go to www.𝙤𝙤𝙆.com today and get this knowledge. So you were able to rise through that by picking up a new niche where some people probably said, you know what, it's over with for real estate. I'm done. Oh my God, the bottom is falling out. No. You took a different approach.
I had my regular buyers buying.
That was the next question.
I had my regular buyers buying investment properties or buying their first time homes or whatever because they was able to get them at a great price. But sometimes, when the market crashed like that, though, I don't know what the problem is, but we, they look like me, don't believe what's wrong with it. They say, what's wrong with it? Why is it so cheap? Look, this house is $20,000. Buy it. It was once $200,000. Buy it.
Wow.
They was like, oh no, something's wrong with it. Until 7 years later, now all the investors come over from China, from everywhere else, New York, Chicago, everywhere else, and buy up all these properties. Now you want to jump in. Now the values are going up.
Right. When you were questioning
it. So you had the opportunity.
Yes.
Because I know I purchased some properties at $10,000, $20,000 that's now worth $250,000.
Wow.
In the city. In the city of Detroit.
Wow.
Exactly.
So right now, let's talk about the land bank.
Yes.
So if there is someone out there who's thinking about investing, may not know much about how the land bank works, how does it work? Because we were talking about that tax issue earlier. How does that work?
Exactly. Basically, you can always go onto the website, Detroit Land Bank's website, okay, and definitely look and see what properties they have for auction, okay? There's also realtors that's selling, land bank properties on the multi-listing system, okay? As a matter of fact, we also have a realtor who has the RFP, which means that he was able to get the opportunity to sell land bank properties also as an agent. Okay. So
as a realtor,
but yes. But so he's an agent over at another company, and he sells properties also for Detroit Land Bank. And that's Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly had just did a little class or whatever with Greater Detroit Realtors Association and talked about how to go about purchasing these homes also. So, but purchasing a home, you automatically go into the website and make sure that you follow all the rules. But if you want to buy bundles of properties, then that's where you're going to go and apply to be a
The community partner.
The community partner.
See, I'm listening.
You're listening. I told you earlier, and you're listening. Thank you so much. So you're going to apply to be a community partner, and when you apply to be a community partner, you must make sure that, and whenever you want to buy any land bank properties, from a lot to a house, to a commercial building, whatever it is that you want to buy, you have to make sure that you don't have any outstanding taxes owed to the city of Detroit, okay? I mean, to Wayne County. So if you have any outstanding taxes owed in Wayne County, then you won't be able to make those purchases. So get those taxes taken care of before you go online and try to apply and purchase these other properties that you're interested in, because that gives you that opportunity. And I was just telling Stephanie earlier before we came on air is that, when you have investors coming into, saying the city of Detroit or Wayne County wanting to purchase these land bank properties, what ends up happening is that they're able to make those purchases because they don't have those outstanding taxes on them.
Right. Which is kind of not fair, but
it's
not, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with those outstanding, with those community partners in those other states have to do, they definitely must have a LLC here in Michigan.
Okay. So that's good to know. He's telling me we have like 2 minutes to wrap up. This conversation was so good, Miranda. I didn't even take a break. I'm like, we're not doing a commercial this week because it was so great. And I really feel like our residents need this information.
Yes.
Can you please tell our listeners how they can contact you if they want to schedule an appointment with you or discuss investing opportunities?
Yes, definitely. My email address is morrowmn@gmail.com. That's morrowmn@gmail.com. My phone number I could be reached at is 313-215-5686. Once again, that's 313-215-5686. I look forward to assisting you in your commercial, residential, listing, buying, development, you name it. That is Four Seasons Development. Thank you so much.
Four Seasons Development. Do you have a website?
I do have a website, and I don't want to give it out yet because I'm still structuring it.
Okay.
Doing some work on it. So that will be forthcoming. And, of course, I will blast it out on Facebook. So look for me. I'll be blasting that out on Facebook as well.
We will be watching. We will be looking. And one last thing before we get out of here. Can you tell our listeners, how can they become community partners and get a piece of this pie?
You can become a community partner by going on to the Detroit Land Bank website, okay? Go on their website, and, of course, there's a section on there for community partners, and you will complete the application, complete that process, okay? And Detroit Land Bank wants to make sure that they sell properties to the residents of the city of Detroit, okay? But you could buy bundles. You don't have to buy one or two as an individual. So being able to buy more than two properties, you become a community partner.
Wow, just more than two.
So what we need to do as people is get together and create an LLC and go in and buy bundles at a time and start developing those properties.
Yes, that's an awesome idea. I hope our listeners are taking notes. This is some great information.
Oh, one more thing really quick, though. So the Realtors, the Greater Detroit Realtors Association, is having a development class coming up December the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Okay.
It's going to be at WC3, okay? And this is a class, even if you're in developing and doing developing projects right now, there's never too much information that, you can always learn new things. Come out to this class. Go on to www.greaterdetroitrealtors.com in order to register for this awesome class. It's a national class, too. We have people coming over throughout all of the United States coming to the class. It's hosted by NARAB as well as the UDC, United Developers Council, and 𝙏𝙬 is the host city for this event.
Awesome. Detroit is showing out. That's huge for us to have that convention here. So listeners, this, like she said, this is a national event in our city, our great city of Detroit, great city. One more thing. With the individual purchasing of land bank properties, is there a time frame that you have to get those properties up to a certain standard?
There is a time frame that you have to get those properties up to standard.
Oh, no. What's the time frame before the music is?
The time frame is given by the land bank staff, and sometimes it's 6 months. But as long as they see progress, that progress will actually allow you to continue to work on it longer than that time frame
so
that's permitted to you. You get an extension, but they have to see progress.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miranda, for being here. I love you. Thank you, Detroit, for listening. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend and happy Thanksgiving.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate you so much.
Thanks for being here.
The William Malcolm Morning Show.
Sponsored by William Malcolm Luxe Collection.